you, Amanda. This next student is being recognized for her stellar academic achievements. Through her consistent hard work, desire to challenge herself, and insistence upon excellence, she has earned the highest GPA in this year's graduating class. She distinguished herself as an exemplary student early in her high school career, and during her junior and senior year has earned 21 college credits through her participation in the Running Start program. Beyond her academics, the student is also involved and accomplished in a variety of extracurricular activities, including performing arts. In fact, many of you may recognize her from one of her many appearances on the stage. It is my honor to introduce you and to invite her up to this stage at her graduation, Miss Hana.Valle, this year's ballet.
After I learned that I would be able to give a speech at graduation, I thought long and hard about what I wanted to say. I sat for a long time in front of a blank computer screen, thinking about what piece of wisdom I wished to bestow upon my class. I Googled inspirational quotes and thought about some of my favorite authors, but couldn't find anything that really spoke to me. And then I realized why I was having so much trouble. It's because I am in the same boat as all of you. We are all graduating together, and together we need some good advice to take us through these next few transitional years and on to all the things we are going to accomplish. So I thought about the people in my life that have pushed me to new levels and to succeed at things that I didn't think I was capable of achieving. Their words of wisdom have helped me, and I'm sure that they can help all of you. Most of the great people in my life I have met through my volunteer work with Maui on Stage, and technically these lessons were meant for the stage, but they fit so beautifully into my life outside of the theater as well. My first drama teacher, Christy Scott, helped me to take the first few steps out of my shell through improv games we played in our weekly drama meetings. Dare to be stupid was something I heard a lot when my newfound shyness overcame my ability to be funny. Dare to be stupid is a great catchphrase to embody while trying to make someone laugh, but I found that it has also encouraged me to take chances in all aspects of my life. The greatest artists aren't preoccupied with what the critics will say or how beautiful they will look in every screenshot. And we shouldn't be either. If we can learn to go with our gut and dare to fail, there is nothing that is outside of our reach. Ali Cardinale has been my dance teacher for a few years, and he has given me a lot over that time. I met my boyfriend and some pretty great friends in his class. He has given me a dance resume, confidence, a bigger vocabulary, a pair of hand-me-down jeans, and 2 very special pieces of advice. If you can't breathe, you die, and good dancers don't think, are 2 lines that have been yelled at many a dance class. And despite their truth, I couldn't help but laugh a little every time I heard them. Of course you will die if you don't breathe, but it turns out you also can't dance if you don't breathe. The workouts and choreography that Ali gives us are never easy, so when our brains are solely focusing on the steps and that silly breathing habit gets pushed to the side, Ali reminds us to take a breath. With that first breath of air, the steps begin to fall into place, and eventually his classes become possible. Ali's other words of wisdom, good dancers don't think, reminds us that we tend to overanalyze certain situations in our lives. As dancers, you have to know when to stop trying to remember the choreography and recognize when it's time to let your body take over and show what it can do. As graduates with some pretty daunting decisions to make, we need to remember to breathe and trust ourselves to make the right decisions. Alexis Daskulias has been a great mentor and role model for me. As a friend and a director, she has made me feel welcome, loved, and a part of something greater than myself. Alexis is one that teaches through actions instead of words, and she has taught me to embrace life, follow your heart, and live with no regrets. She has helped me to open my eyes and realize how fortunate I am and understand every day that there is at least one thing to be thankful for. One lesson that she did use words to teach me may seem silly to some, and she probably doesn't even remember saying this. She once told me that it was time I stopped worrying about what I looked like in pictures. This is something so simple, and yet something that most people worry about. I used to hate a majority of the photos taken of me because of flaws that only I noticed. Since she has brought it to my attention, I have learned to let go and just enjoy the moment that we are trying to capture. So tonight, when tons of pictures are being taken, don't let your insecurities take over. Instead, live in the moment, because this one isn't going to come again. As I wrote this speech and thought about what great memories I have to take with me, I realized that I did have a piece of advice I wanted to share with my class. Find something that you are passionate about, and find a way to make it a part of your life. Don't stretch yourself thin and try to do everything, because I did that, and aside from a longer resume, I didn't get much out of it. Devoting my time to the theater has given me a second home and a second family that I have grown to love so much. I hope that these simple words of wisdom have helped all of you as much as they have helped me. And tonight, when you party the night away, remember to be safe, but most importantly, have some fun. Because we did it. We are Kihei Charter graduates. Thank you.
You know, for educators, there are some moments where they get this appreciation for all their efforts, and I think graduation ceremonies are one of them. And when we have class representatives, like the last two young ladies who just spoke to us, I hope you can all take to heart what a great job you guys have done. I'd like to take a second to introduce the next other director.